God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all the blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. The short version. All right. So, how y'all doing? Good to meet you. I'm Reverend Michael McMorrow. I'm a spiritual director here at the Center for Spiritual Living. You're in Granada Hills. If you've been wondering where you were driving all this way, wondering where you ended up, that's where you are. It's good to have everyone here. We welcome all who practice their beliefs in faith and love. And we have a little thing that we do here called Hugs and Handshakes. So we just take a moment to check in with each other and say good morning. All right, you lovers. Chair pose. Okay, that's a cue, folks. Let's dim the lights. There we go. All right, let's get our seats in the seats. Take a deep breath. Exhale. You made it to church. Congratulations. Yes. So let's welcome our presider this morning, Reverend Kathy Lyons. So I want to give a shout out to our friends in recovery. It's the birthday of AA today. Yeah. So a lot of nice. That's pre-AA. All right. So again, taking a deep breath. Exhale. allow ourselves to surrender to this eternal now moment as we come together for our call to service, which we call lighting the flames of faith. And we perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples, all faiths, all sentient beings come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here this morning. So as Reverend Kathy lights the first candle, it's for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. The 10th candle we light for all those who are as yet unaware of the power and presence of Spirit in their lives, and for the space we hold for them here at our center. And as Reverend Kathy lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to have experience the healing flame of God's eternal love.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and I see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love.
As I speak my word in the first person, for each one here, recognizing that there is only love, that God is love, and God's love is in my mind, body, and all my affairs, that I just feel that love of God in every aspect of my life. I embody love, and I emanate love, so I attract love. And I declare that God's love is in this very room, expressing through each and every person. And that loving presence of God is expressing through Reverend Mike, the musicians, the sound, and everyone here. It is just a loving morning, a loving day as we celebrate Sunday, as we celebrate the commencement exercises for the people receiving their certificates today for SOM classes. It is just a love-filled day, and I just rejoice in it and give thanks in it. And knowing it is done, knowing it is so, together we say, and so it is. So, good morning, everyone. Well, today, as I mentioned in the treatment, people who took Science of Mind classes are going to receive their certificates. So I thought an apropos quote from the textbook on page 340 is, "Insofar as any individual understands this mental law, he is able to use it. We must learn how it works and comply with the way it works." And that's mostly what these classes are teaching, is how to use this spiritual principle, how to use the law. And it's also a way of cultivating spiritual practice of meditation, spiritual mind treatment. And so and I can tell you, when I've taken these classes, no matter how many times I've taken it, I always learn something new and grow. Now, graduation is taking place in most schools in this country right now. June is graduation month. On Thursday, the school where I work, they had their graduation, and then Friday morning, the students were so excited, they picked up their diplomas and ordered their transcripts, and they're excited. They're going on a new adventure, learning new things, having new experiences. But you know, this doesn't have to stop just when we graduate from college or get our first job. We're always evolving and growing, and this is what these classes can do for us, to help us grow. You know, Ernest Holmes talks about the eternal soul forever expanding. I intend to keep growing and learning. I'm going to retire in 2 weeks. And I'm not just, it's not just going to be retiring and just sitting around and doing nothing. I intend to keep growing by taking classes, being involved here at the center. You know, I intend to expand spiritually, not physically, you know, until the day I die, you know, until the day I die. And, you know, even after we make our transition, I do believe that this soul keeps changing and growing. We never stagnate. And that's why, too, if we don't continue to grow, we can get in a rut. You know, there's been times when I've gotten in a rut, and I realized that I had to, you know, start changing some of my beliefs and believing different things and moving out of my comfort zone. So I would just like to say, too, that classes, they're a way of making lifelong friends and having a support system, and just a way, because one of the things, too, you can grow and still have fun. You know, Ernest Holmes said, the world's learned enough from suffering, so I invite you, take a class this next fall. Also, there's going to be a class here, Write It Down, Make It Happen. There's also that class, too. You know, grow and learn and do it by having fun. And so it is.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Ken Francis couldn't be with us today. He is apparently violently ill. So please send him good thoughts, but via email. Apparently it's really contagious. Joining us this morning, she's lovely, she is talented, she enjoys long walks on the beach and quiet evenings by the fire. Kitty, the Velvet Fog Hack. And some lady we just ran into in the parking lot. No. Angela will be helping us out this morning. Please bear with us.
Yeah, please. I was trying to say.
I'm certainly not going to use it.
You're not singing the third, David?
No. That's for the third show.
Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger, an endless aching need. I say love, it is a flower, and you, its only seed. It's the heart afraid of breaking that never learns to dance. It's the dream afraid of waking that never takes the chance. It's the one who won't be taking, who cannot seem to give, and the soul afraid of dying that never learns to live. When the night has been too lonely and the road has been too long, and you think that love is only for the lucky and the strong, just remember, in the winter, far beneath the bitter snows, lies the seed that with the sun's love in the spring becomes the rose.
Okay, we have announcements. Thank you, Reverend Mike. Okay, today, 1 o'clock, Healing Support Group, and that's facilitated by Suzanne Jensen, one of our head of practitioners. I will be there. So if you have anything, any kind of challenge in your life, please come and you'll get support and a spiritual mind treatment. This week, Spiritual Cinema, People We Should Know. This is week number 2, Wednesday, June 13th, and it's from 9:30 a.m. to 12 o'clock. We have Visioning on Wednesday, June 13th at 6 o'clock with Reverend Mike. Join us. I come there, Nancy Woods, Judy Dunkley, so you're welcome to join us. And then Get Real and Heal Meditation Hour is also on June 13th on Wednesday. That's every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And don't forget Father's Day, Sunday, June 17th. And there's the Abraham Hicks group on June 17th at 2 p.m. On June 24th is the pancake breakfast for the Teen Camp Fun. And this is something I'm excited about. Write it down, make it happen. It's an 8-week course that starts July 11th with Dr. Reverend Maureen, or Reverend Doctor, I don't know so that's a powerful class. I've taken it many years ago. And then in July, there's the Sangha Ethics 101. It's 3 Wednesdays, starting July 11th. Sign up in Sparks Hall. So, thank you very much, and let's stand for our Declaration of Principles. We believe in one universal spirit, manifesting through all, natural and incarnated in us. We believe that the universal spirit is personal to and reveals itself through everyone who recognizes its presence. We believe our faith operates upon a law of mind, which automatically manifests in our experience according to our faith. We believe in the unity of all life and the immortality of the individual soul forever expanding. We believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the givingness of life to all.
Nice. Very nice. So let's give David a hand for filling in for Ken. An accomplished musician in his own right.
What I've accomplished.
And I'm still waiting for you to play the sax with the piano. But all right. So if this is your first time here, David is also an excellent saxophone soloist, as well as a good keyboard guy. And let's give Kitty some love, shall we? Nice job. And Angela Carol Brown stepping up for us. Nothing like the soul of the human voice to open us up, so thank you for that. So today's, well, let's just start with the month of June. So the month of June, we, Centers for Spiritual Living worldwide, are focusing on this idea of spiritual wisdom and how to follow it. Spiritual wisdom and how to follow it. That spiritual wisdom is not only knowing what's right for you, but applying that knowledge in our daily life. That spiritual wisdom is not some magical thing that comes to some and overlooks others. That if we want to be wise, we must make the choice and then act on it. There's an action thing involved, right? So in exploring together this theme for this month, spiritual wisdom, how to follow it, we have today's talk title, Your Invisible Forces. Dun, dun, dun. Where's David when I need him? All right. So let's take a breath. Exhale. I want you to think about, just take a minute to think of the many invisible forces at work in your life that surround us in this human life. Forces that, in fact, shape the very way that we appear and the very way that we operate in the world. Take gravity. Right? So our bodies look the way they do, shaped over thousands and thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of years, shaped by the force of gravity. So the density of our bones, right? You can kind of fill in the blanks. Maybe even the fact that we're bilateral, right? So there's this, if you look throughout creation, there's a right and a left for many life forms, for instance. So, gravity. Magnetism. Not like my magnetism, but the magnetism of the planet, right? Electromagnetism. This is a force, right? So you think back when you took the dirt out in science class and you played around with the magnet and you could see the magnetic field and all that. So do you know that this magnetic field has they believe that the magnetic field is the thing that guides migratory birds on their way north and south. That they're suspecting that's even the way salmon find their way back to the stream from which they were spawned. And that even monarch butterflies, so even in the insect world, that they believe that magnetism is this unseen force guiding them to where they need to be. Electricity, there's an invisible force. Friction, kinetic energy, I was digging there. Kinetic energy, or how about these invisible forces? Love, kindness, compassion, creativity, imagination, stillness, the force. I just went and saw Solo last week. The force. So there is an invisible force that acts very much like the force of Star Wars fame. So this force, of course, is demonstrated in a myriad of ways. Right? Lightsabers, the coolest part. I was telling the first service, so this came out like in 78. I was a carpenter's apprentice, learning how to cut rafters. Right? So that's kind of where the science of being a carpenter comes to being. And I remember being up on the ridge, right? And it's kind of dangerous to be up there using a skill saw, right, to cut them, when you need to trim them. And I just thought, God, it would be so great if you could just pull a lightsaber out and just, right? You could use them for things other than, chopping off an alien's arm in the bar there. Yeah. Okay, so lightsabers, the Jedi mind trick. This is the church you're searching for. Okay. So Jedi mind trick, levitating stuff, right? Levitating stuff. So Yoda, levitating, and then a student of Yoda learned to levitate himself. Yeah. Yoda looked better. Wait, man, it was 5:30. Come on. All right, so there is another invisible force, what George Lucas, through Obi-Wan Kenobi, would call the force. Ernest Holmes calls mind or spirit. So whereas it is possible in science of mind theory to levitate, I think most of us would be quite content to simply demonstrate a balanced life, a life that has more passion, more joy, creativity, and love in it. In other words, prosperity in all of its forms, right? And that the teaching is that this force, this invisible force, this power, this presence is already within us, right? So we often think in this worldly life that it's something going on out there. They're doing it to me. And there is an aspect to race consciousness that for sure affects what's going on in our outer world. But at the end of the day, we are responsible to how we respond to it. That we are responsible for the conditions of our life. And that what we teach here is that there's an invisible force, mind, the infinite mind of spirit itself, uniquely individualized and centered within each person here, each person on the planet, right? 7 billion brains, but one mind. And that we can choose to use it consciously. Because we're all already using it unconsciously. We're already using it unconsciously. And so, the work, right? Now to me, that's a good news deal, right? Unless you're demonstrating a really crummy life right now, right? And so after you get, if that is the case for you, and you're done beating yourself up and judging yourself about that, the truth that I know and that many hundreds of thousands of others know with you, actually if you include all of New Thought, millions of people can know for you that there's a power for good in the universe available to everyone, even you, in whatever state you are here in today. Right? Dead broke and brokenhearted don't matter. Right? All that's for information only. Information only. That God is not bound, the infinite power and presence of the divine is not bound by whatever happened in the past. And in fact, when we align ourselves with that power and presence and truth as a being of our life, it's the way that we are in life, that even knowing that simple thing, without steps of treatment and all the other ways that we love to complicate it, but just knowing that we are one with the divine can set things straight like that. Now, the outer world may or may not have changed, but at the center of who we are, right, we are demonstrating resilience, creativity, joy, peace, serenity, right? A sobriety, if you will, over the error of our old thinking, that we come to ourselves. Oops. Right? That we, because it kind of is, instead of like a hangover, it's kind of like we emerge out of an emotional hangover or a material hangover, where we understand, even if the structure of our life is really strong, right? We've got the house, the car, the spouse, the right and perfect pet, whatever it is, right? And yet, is there nothing more, right? That discontent, that divine itch, right? That's calling us to go deeper, calling us to go deeper. So this is the great promise of religious science and the teachings of Dr. Ernest Holmes, where he encourages us to take what we know that God is. Don't forget about this now. So to forget about what God is and understand that it's a concept, and if it's a concept, it's limited. And to the extent that we become willing to play around with this notion of higher power, be it Christian, Buddhist, Jew, agnostic, and all the things in between, that we can grow in this understanding of knowing that there's a connection in it. There's power in it. There's peace, beauty, light, love. All those things that we long for in our daily life, from one moment to the next, to know that we are okay. We are okay because we are one with life. There's only one life. That life is perfect. That life is God's life. That life is my life right now. So there are things that we have to do, of course, because we have a lot of stuff that's downloaded in there. Right? So we have spiritual practice, right? So we want to find some stuff on a daily basis to maybe start our day with. Could be poetry, right? So even that's wide open. Poetry, I Ching, It could be a Hazelton book. It could be Signs of Mind 365 or some scripture and some quiet time. Could be meditation, could be contemplation, right? Finding a spiritual community and participating in it. So the first level of participation in spiritual community is what? Showing up. As they say in 12 steps, suit up and show up. Right? And knowing that within that is the possibility that you may be the face of God for someone else. Right? So it's not about coming and getting. It may be. It may be. But your presence, just as you are, with all your judgments and warts and what you think about that, your presence is a gift. And we can practice that being here. That's what spiritual community is. So daily practice, spiritual community, and then Science of Mind classes. Now, why do we go to Science of Mind classes? Right? Shouldn't it be enough to just know that God is all there is and be done with it? Who needs to go to church to know that? Right? Who needs to go to class to know that? Because this human existence and our mental constructs and our structures of knowing the way the world works has to be dismantled. Well, first it has to be recognized. Right? We must build awareness. Right? So it might just be an itch or a discontent, but that's not enough. Right? And so we come together in Science of Mind classes and we study all kinds of things. Religious science, which are the teachings of Ernest Holmes, which for me, because I'm one of those guys, I'm a Jesus lover, but I wasn't a Jesus religion lover. I kind of worked through that one. I was in recovery, and I loved the higher power concept. Still do. I'm in recovery, just out of myself. Okay? I loved that concept. I loved Eastern ideas, right? This vastness, the vastness of infinitude, right? So the Hindus have some amazing ideas in Hindu and Vedic teaching about the infinitude of the divine and our relation with it, and how that ties into reincarnation and all of these other notions. I love all that stuff. And I love Star Wars too. And the Force, I remember it was 78. God, it'd be great if there was a religion that taught this stuff. I remember when I came to 12-step, gee, it'd be great if there was a church like this, until I realized that 12-step, don't tell any new people, really is spiritual community for people who don't want spiritual community. So, today we're having commencement, graduation. We have many people who've gone to class. So, that's why we're taking time to acknowledge it. So, first of all, congratulations to all of you. Yeah, let's just give them a big hand right off the bat. It's something that, through the years, I always thought about doing, but never got around to telling Marlene, hey, we should do that. And so now that Erin's on board, she says, hey, you need to do this. And so here we go. So now, there's a couple of things. One, you might get left off a list. And if that's so, you can see me afterwards, and we'll get that squared away. The way this is going to happen is we're going to do, first of all, are we going to keep the teens in for the whole thing, or do you want to go up first? You guys are good? Okay, you weren't in the middle of a lesson? Okay, good. All right, great. All right, so we're going to do it alphabetically. So I'm going to ask Vinu, Lori Arnoff, if she's here, Leslie Austin, Rosalie, Patricia Birch, Agneta Byland, Michael Carlin, Yvonne and Yvonne Castillo, Claudia Castillo, and Marcy Cowan to come on up here. Come on. Y'all are going to have to get up right away or we're going to be here till 3 o'clock. We don't want that. Okay. Leslie, Rosalie, Patricia Birch, Agneta, Michael Carlin, Yvonne Castillo. Okay, so let's see. So Vinu, you've been busy, girl. Discovery class, metaphorical approach to the Bible, and the energy of money. Yes. Why don't we save the applause till the end of each segment? How's that? All right, Leslie Austin, self-mastery, emergence of the true self, communications and relationships, and energy of money. And Marcy Cowan. Where's Claudia? Oh, did I call Claudia? Didn't I call Claudia? Is that Claudia? Yeah, Claudia. Yvonne, is she here? Marcy, there you are. Okay, so Marcy Cowan, metaphorical approach to the Bible, energy of money. And Claudia Castillo, who's also one of our youth and teen instructors, has also been to a couple training camps and so forth as a youth advisor. Self-mastery, emergence of true self, and discovery. All right, so let's give him some love. Is Yvonne here? She's not. Okay. All right, so the next group. The next group is Jose De Salto, Ana Diaz, Michael Duffy, Tomorrow Duffy, Judy Dunkley, Jean Elson, Reverend Jessica Fish, Marlena, Lureen, and Stan Gunn. So, all right. So, Jose, how you doing? You're up in front of everybody. All right, buddy. So, Jose joined us in the Energy of Money last summer. So thank you. We have Anna tomorrow, Michael and tomorrow. So discovery class, treatment and meditation, self-mastery of the true self. And Michael, discovery, treatment, meditation, self-mastery, emergence of the true self. Judy Dunkley, communications and relationships. Now, she's one of our newer folks as a practitioner on our staff. Communication, relationship, energy of money. All right, so that's it for this group. So let's give them some love. All right, we're cranking right through this. So, let's see, Alex. So the next group, Signais, she's not here. Alex is not here. Karen Hudson, Greg Eibach, Virginia Jason, Suzanne Jensen, Lucia King, Marty Laff. So come on down. All right, so let me see if I can. Okay, come on up. And Marty, you're here. All right, so Signais, no. Alex, no. Oops. Karen Hudson, yes. So Karen was in our discovery class. So our discovery class is required for membership here at the center. Greg Eibach, another one of our youth teachers. He's taken, this boy's been busy. Foundations, metaphoric approach to the Bible, self-mastery of the true self, advisor training as well, so he can go to summer camp with your kids for a whole week. Yeah, so we bow to your consciousness. Not that they're not great kids, but you know, it is a week. All right, so Virginia Jason. And let's see, discovery class. Suzanne Jensen, discovery and energy of money. So energy of money was a class that Dr. Maureen taught. It was our prosperity class last summer. Lucia King, Mindfulness, finding peace in a frantic world, and energy of money. And Marty, treatment, meditation, self-mastery, emergency of self, and energy of money. All right, thank you. Let's give them a hand. What? Yes? Observation? Okay. All right, so the next group, Emily, Lauren, Margie Lyser, and Kathy Lyons. Actually, you guys should have been up in the last group, so come on up. Because your last name begins with L. And so for Emily, treatment and meditation. Thank you. Margie Lyser, energy of money. And Reverend Kathy Lyons, a discovery class in energy of money. So, whoops, sorry. Sorry about that, Rev. Okay, so the next group is Wayne McDonald, Jade Minkin, Wayne Moore, Al Moreno, Lissa Moreno, Heidi McIntyre, and Rachita Patel. Okay. Al Moreno, Rachita. Who's this one? Oh, Andre. Okay. So Heidi McIntyre, energy of money. So thank you and congratulations. Jade is not here today. She completed the foundations class. Wayne Moore completed the energy of money. Al Moreno, the energy of money. Board member, so thank you for your service. Lissa's not here. Rachita Patel, discovery class. And she just also completed another class, but that'll be for next year. That's how we keep you coming back. All right. All right, so let's give them and a special shout out. So Lissa is with our tweens in the other room, and she completed the energy of money. So isn't it cool that we have people who are working with our kids who are going to class, right? Sharpening the saw. All right, so now we have, and we're actually almost done, believe it or not, Andrea Recht, Bonnie Reese, John Reese, Laura Richwine, Rob Richwine, Margie Robbins, Nikki Robbins, and David Rowan. And David Rowan. Here we go. All right, yeah. Okay, so Andrea, who is our board president. So again, isn't it great to have board people who are willing to take class? Self-mastery, emergence of the true self, communications and relationships, energy of money, and discovery. We have Bonnie Reese, who took the metaphorical approach to the Bible with us this year. So here's this for you. Oops, wait a minute.
I'll take any.
And then John also took the metaphorical approach to the Bible. Good job, man. All right, Laura Richwine, Rob Richwine, they took foundations. They are not here. And then Charlotte Nicole Robbins, who took... all right, so let me tell you what Nikki's been up to. So she's a newly licensed practitioner who not only took practitioner training, but took other classes concurrently so she could qualify to get all of her stuff done. She's now a ministerial student in Holmes Institute to become a minister. And she's a great student in class, and these are her certificates for metaphorical approach to the Bible and foundations. And also went to teen camp for the winter. And you too have been to advisor training, yeah? Not yet, okay.
Yeah, I did online.
You went online, okay. Margie Robbins. Margie's been a busy girl too. Now Margie's also the head of our SEVA effort, so if you're looking for ways to be of service to the center, here's your girl. Yes. The answer's always what, Margie? Yeah. And you'll find a spot for them, right? Yeah. And it's a great way to meet people. All right, so self-mastery, emergence of the true self, energy of money, treatment, meditation, and foundations, which it says here is missing, so we owe you one. All right, and Mr. David Rowan, one of our favorite folks around here, treatment and meditation. Good job, man. Thank you. Yeah. All right. All right, so this is our last group. So we need Jonna, if she's here, Jonna Shane, Beverly Sperling, Lorena Stark, Martha Strata, Lorraine Strebe, Mariana Torres Leal, Christine Velasquez, and Reverend Nancy Woods. Yeah. Yeah. Come on up. Oh, we get to honor you all by yourself. How do you like that? Oh, I took one too. All right, so you took one in mindfulness.
Oh.
Did you forget? No, you took. I'm sorry. That was a bad joke. All right. So the discovery class, communication and relationships. Yeah. And thank you. So Reverend Nancy is also our assistant minister. So if you think you already know it all, isn't it nice to know that our ministers are willing to go to class? So Jonna Shane joined us in the energy of money. Beverly Sperling joined us in communications and relationships. Lorena Stark in energy of money. Martha Strader, metaphorical approach to the Bible. And Lorraine Strebe, energy of money. And Mariana, energy of money. And Christina Velasquez. Okay. So, like I said when we got started, if you have, if there's a certificate that you should have got and you didn't, then we'll just make a note of it and we'll get that to you. All right. So, if you took a class this year, go ahead and stand. All of you stand who went to class. Okay. That's pretty darn good. So give yourselves a hand. So many people comment on what a lovely spiritual community that we have here. That people are so friendly and loving. Okay? And that doesn't happen by accident. Right? You see the evidence of that for people who are willing to step into class. And I can also tell you that many of the students were taking class again. Okay? We're taking class again. Just to kind of sharpen the saw. So Dr. Maureen is starting our summer class, Write It Down and Make It Happen. She actually is here today, if you don't know Dr. Maureen. And she was a minister here for 14 years before I took over, almost 9 years ago now. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. So it's a wonderful demonstration of consciousness, this spiritual community. So if you're new and you'd like to get involved, we can find ways to make that happen. We have a class starting in July. In September, you'll have a lot of choices. And then we also have other outside efforts, such as healing support today. So if you did show up a little heart sore in some way, you're welcome to join us in the healing support group. Or if you want to come and support them, support the folks who are there, you can do that as well. We have Tuesday night meditation groups. We have Wednesday night healing meditation. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. You don't need to sort it out on your own. And we'd love to hear what it is that you think about how Spirit works in your life and your relationship to it, and how we can all grow together in that unfoldment. Right? So let's take a deep breath. Okay, while I take care of one more bit of business, I do have new membership cards. So Marty Laff is being reinstated after a little layoff. I don't know why you're not still a member, but there you go. Welcome back aboard. Gerardo Ruiz. Gerardo, yes. Who also took a class with us, but that's next year. And there we go. And Claudia Castillo. Here is your official membership card, and your decoder ring is in the mail. All right, thank you. All right, so let's give everyone a big hand. All right, so let's just take a deep breath, exhaling into this moment, and just taking this day today, and this idea of, on one hand, completion or commencement, and just knowing that it's not a landing strip, but rather a launching pad for something really new and wonderful and great to demonstrate. That each one of us, whether we're in a formal class or not, that each one of us is in our own classroom of life, if you like. And so today, as we consider ways to keep holy this day, this Sabbath day, let's consider the many ways that we can cultivate a sense of connection, of unfolding, of exploration with our relationship with God as we understand God to be. And to see if there's room in there to expand that a little bit more. To practice loving kindness and compassion with every person we meet. Maybe go out and quietly love 3 strangers. So like you see them, right? Like you can stalk them in this. No, don't stalk them. But let's say you're in line at the grocery market, right? You can just love them, right? Find 3 people to practice that with. See how that feels, if there's an energy and a power behind it. Take that into your work week and report next week, and we'll check in with each other and see how it went.
When things go wrong, it's natural to wonder, what celestial rule did I break? When things go right, it's logical to ponder, what credit can I take? But the truth is so much easier. I don't need a master plan. I can live here in this moment, 'cause my life is in good hands. I don't need to know where the wind blows, 'cause God knows. I don't need to know what the future holds, 'cause God knows. I need never know how pain ends, how my heart mends. I can just let go, 'cause God knows. But still I find I'm crying out for answers. Guess I'm still craving control. And still I find I'm afraid of taking chances, as if I could damage my soul. But at this moment I remember it comes so clear to me that the minute I surrender, I'm as safe as I can be. I don't need to know where the time goes, 'cause God knows. I don't need to know what the future holds, 'cause God knows. I need never know how pain ends, how my heart mends. I can just let go, 'cause God knows. I need never know how pain ends, how my heart mends. I can just let go. I can just let go. I can just let go, 'cause God knows. God knows. God knows.
Beautifully done. Let's give them some more love. Ripping the spit zone. All right, so as we just take a moment longer to. You did it again. Don't you pay attention to the triple duty? It is. All right. All right, so as we prepare our gifts for the offering, Kitty's going to take us into our offering song.
Spirit breathes to me, Spirit receives through me, Spirit lives and breathes through me. Spirit lives and breathes through me. Spirit gives through me, Spirit receives through me, Spirit lives and breathes through me. Spirit lives and breathes through me. Spirit lives through me. Spirit breathes through me. Spirit lives and breathes through me. Spirit lives and breathes through me. Spirit gives through me. Spirit receives through me. Spirit lives and breathes through me. Spirit lives and breathes through me.
So as our teens make their way up here, let's just go within for a second longer, recognizing and knowing that the gifts presented here this morning are a demonstration of consciousness that knows and knows that it knows that God is our source, our substance, our supply. And so from the generous heart of the individual from which these gifts have demonstrated here this morning, we, representing the heart of this spiritual community, accept these gifts with deep love and respect, as we know together they go forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless this Center for Spiritual Living and all of the people here this morning, that we extend this blessing to our friends in our community of Granada Hills, our city of Los Angeles, our state of California, our United States of America, all of its churches, temples, mosques, schools, universities, the people who attend them, the people who support them, for our planet as well, that we know all of it is an expression right from the very mind of the divine itself. And to the extent that we know that to be so, we see it demonstrating in all ways, great and small. We feel a sense of grace, and in that grace, a sense of power that propels us into ways of spiritual living that not only lift ourselves, but others with us, and that's a good thing. And together we acknowledge just by saying, and so it is. All right, yes. So we just have one more bit of business. So I'll use the handheld. Okay, so let's start with the wee ones first. You are?
Piper.
Piper. Turn that way, so because I know who you are. They may not.
And I colored a picture from my mom and dad and Mama and Nani and I played.
Nice. Would you like to add anything to that? Tell them your name.
My name is Harper. We made cards for Amma and Nani.
Very nice. Yes, thank you, kids. And come on up. How you doing? So you had a big week this week. Yes. So you have been promoted to what grade? Well, first tell me your name.
My name is Janie Neely.
And you just got promoted to what grade?
6th.
Congratulations. All right. You want to come up, Lizette? And what grade did you get promoted to this year?
You're
going into
4th grade.
4th grade. All right. Nice job. Okay, so what did you guys do?
So today we're talking about positive and negative forces. And at the beginning of the lesson, me and her were back to back, and we had 2 chairs side to side.
So show us. You were back to back?
So we're back to back.
Okay.
We're sitting down on
Sitting
the chair,
down, okay.
and we're trying to get up, but still back to back.
Nice. All right, good. Would you like to add anything, Lizette?
Yes, and we also arm wrestled.
Who won?
She did.
Was that spiritual arm wrestling or like a metaphor?
She won both of us.
All right, good. All right, thank you. And, what have you got?
So we have affirmative affirmation, and I picked 2 of them, and I don't know how much she picked. I think she picked 1.
You picked I believe in me, and you picked?
I picked I'll never stop trying, and mistakes are proof that I am trying.
Great. And you have the summer to color the rest if you care to. Right. All right, good. 2 days. Oh, 2 days left. You're not done yet. Huh?
No.
What do you mean you have 2 days?
I have 2 days because I'll finish it in 1.
I got you. Yes, one must be succinct and languaging with kids. So, our teens, come on up here. How you doing? You are?
Johnny.
And you're going into what grade?
The 8th grade.
8th grade, so you just finished 7th?
Yeah.
Wow, nice. All right.
And so what we did today? What we did today was draw our names on the side of the paper, and then we wrote the words that went with our names. They can be phrases, and they can be just words. They can be sentences. So this is mine.
So yours says, her name's Johnny, and that means?
Joy, obviously awesome.
Yes.
Nice, noble, and I'm a genius.
Yes, you are. Hey, Josh, I saw you're going to the next grade. Which grade are you going to?
9th.
9th grade. Good. Is there anything else you want to share?
No, I think that will be
good.
all.
That's enough, huh? It's exhausting, graduation. Yeah. Would you like to say anything? Want to just say your name, Jacob? No. Okay. Jacob's shy. That's okay. Yes, please.
So this is the last Sunday that Harper and Piper will be gracing our presence. They're moving to Tennessee, and Amma's moving as well. So I just want to thank Amma for all the work that she's done for us, and thank Harper and Piper so much for being with us all these months and maybe even years.
Yes.
There you go.
And don't forget us out here. So, Amma, come on up here. We have something for you as well. I know we're running a little late. So Leslie has been a force for good in our center for some time. Come on up here. And so we wanted to, just as a token, some flowers. Yes. And a card, that's from the Practitioner Corps. So Leslie was our Saver coordinator for a good long while. Did our bookstore. Was in practitioner training with us, has taken many classes, and has just been a wonderful presence in our center. And you're going to be missed, and you are loved. So let's give her a big hand. Huh? Yeah.
And I am sorely going to miss all of you. I am sorely going to miss all of you. And I'll never forget you and keep you in my heart. And we'll stay in touch because I just love all of you so much. Thank you so much.
Nice. All right. So let's get our practitioners and ministers up to circle the room. We're almost done. I got to pee. Right? I'm not the only one, I know. Everyone over 50, I know. All right. So, circle the room. You want to circle the room? Okay. Pray us out, Rev.
Okay.
Thank you for being here today.
So let's just take a breath, breathing in all this love that's in this room. And as I speak in the first person, I recognize this one mind, this one infinite spirit, which is the Spirit of God, which is the spirit of love, health, wealth, and creativity. It is divine guidance and right action, and I am one with this spirit, one with its love, health, wealth, creativity, guidance, and divine right action. And I hereby proclaim right now that my life is unfolding magnificently, that as I move forward, that I am just on a divine, sublime plan. And right here I affirm right now that Ken, that he is healthy and vital and just experiencing physical perfection. And I know right now that everyone in this room, that I just give thanks for them. I give thanks for Reverend Mike and all the graduates and everyone here. I just give thanks for this beautiful center and for our music, our sound, and everyone here. And so I just am so grateful. I feel so appreciative for all these blessings. As I release my word to the law, I know it is done, I know it is so, and together we say, and so it is.
Please stand for the peace song. And while you're up, sing it for me, will you?